How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at this beast, Unfezant. Unfortunately, I should definitely say that right now. I played like 7-8 games with this deck and I simply can't win a single one. It's a good card on the paper, it's not a good in real life. But I mean, it is how it is. Sometimes we just want to introduce something funny so you guys can actually watch that and laugh when you see me playing it. I mean, I really like almost every budget build that I can build because I have a lot of fun playing them. For today, I just decided to play with this Unfezant. So it's a bird with the Delta evolution who can evolve turn 1 when you play it from your Tranquil. Feather Dance, during your next turn, each of these Pokemon attack will does 80 more, which means that you can hit Sky Attack for 120 plus 80, which is going to be 200, Giovanni Scheme 220, which will be pretty much enough for the one-hit knockout every cool Pokemon in the current meta with a single shot. Of course, you still need to hit heads on the coin flip, which is just 50-50 chance. 4-4-4, so 4 line, 4 of each. Unfezant families, 2 copies of Drowsy and Hypno with the Goodnight Babies, so you can put your opponent active Pokemon in sleep mode, and just in case if you hit Tails on the coin flip, you can at least try to take advantage, preventing your opponent from being able to wake up and attack for like a turn, so you can maybe try to do that again. In theory, very interesting, but on the paper, very interesting, but in theory, a whole different story. So, one line of the auxiliary for a Beazle Hand, and then we are moving on to the item cards. 1 level ball, to search a deck for any 90 or less HP Pokemon. 1 special charge to recycle your DCs. 2 Super O's so you can recycle back your Pokemons or basic energies into your deck. 4 line of Ultra Ball and V-Seeker. Since this is a very clearly budget build, I don't have space or even money to invest in a Trainer's Mail, so I just decide not to play Trainer's Mails. Because if I use 4 Trainer's Mails and 4 V-Seekers, then the deck probably should cost around, 20 bucks more, so let's just go with the 4 V-Seekers because then we can have at least more competitive action here. But if you really want to play this in real life, you can always cut maybe your V-Seekers down to maybe 2 and then add maybe 2 Trainer's Mail so you can have more consistency finding something with a Trainer's Mail, but I just don't recommend doing that. 1 Bridget, so we can actually set up our basic Pokemons. Giovanni Scheme, as I mentioned, for extra 20 damage. Hex Maniac, well, in theory, to beat those Greninja breaks, but that's not going to happen, never, ever. 1 copy of Lysander, so we can Lysander something from our opponent bench. 4 copies of Enuno, so we can take advantage in a late game, ending our opponent maybe to 2 cards or 1, so we can just have a Beazle Hand and draw a couple more cards until we have 5. Why Olympia? Probably you should ask me why Olympia. Well, Olympia is here just in case you don't have Chaos Tower in play and you pretty much put your opponent in a sleep mode, and then you can just play Olympia because your active Pokemon is also going to be asleep. You can play Olympia, remove your Unfezant, heal 30 damage, and then just pretty much retreat on the bench and be able to retreat again with your another Pokemon in the active position. For example, another Unfezant because they have free retreat, or any other if they have Floatstone. Probably a lot of you should ask yourself, why no Centroid? Because Centroid can also remove special conditions and heal 6 damage counters. Well, it's just because probably this Pokemon will be one-hit knocked out by almost every Pokemon, every good EX card in the format, and sometimes Olympia can be better because sometimes you might just stuck with Hypno or Artillery in front without Floatstone, so having that Olympia also for the Switch is a little bit better just in my eyes. 1 copy of Pokemon Ranger for those Giratinas, Glaceons, and any other Pokemon that can cause problems. Even Stardust Jirachi. 4 Professor Sycamore, 1 Wally, for maybe that turn 1 Tranquil into Unfezant. That's not going to happen often, but being able to have Wally sometimes in a play around in the discard pile for the V-Seeker is not that bad. 2 copies of Chaos Tower, and then we are moving to 2 XP shares because we need 3 energies to attack with the Sky Attack. Being able to have XP shares, so you can just simply, attach XP share to another Unfezant when he is knocked out. You can just move 1 basic energy to him, attach double cores, and then just try to go with another Sky Attack. 2 copies of Flowstone for the free treat, 9 energies, 4 of them. Double colorless energies, basic, and 5 psychic energies, just because, you know, with the psychic energies we can go with the Zen hand, but for 50 more with the Hypno, just in some crazy theories. As usual, guys, if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on tcgcastle.com. Link is in my video description. TCG Center 5 code can give you a 5% discount on your purchase, so make sure to check that. I highly recommend to check it out. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see how this deck worked in the action. So I hope you guys will enjoy watching this video. Okay, so let's start first. Let's take a look at the opening hand. Hopefully it's going to be something good here. Well, it's a decent hand, to be honest, but still I'm missing that supporter card, or even level ball, or any kind of ultra ball, so I can maybe search myself a auxiliary for that abyssal hand. Okay, let's see what is gonna be a top deck. Hopefully I can find something strong as the top deck. Nope, just the energy card. Passing my turn is the best thing I can do. Next turn I can just, you know, evolve 2 of my Tranquils, and the top decking level ball will be so nice. Probably it's not gonna happen. Probably. I mean, I'm playing with this deck, but I'm just not hoping to get victory because it's just not that good as some decks are actually good. Some budget builds are much better than this one. I mean, this one is just so bad because... Oh, it's my turn. That's interesting. Whoa, that's a very nice top deck. It's a Wally, and I guess I can definitely use Wally here for artillery, of course. So get myself a Diesel hand for up to 3 more cards. Let's see. Oh, since I already used supporter card, I guess I can just attach energy. Do I want to go with my fly? I guess I don't want to do that. I could do that, but I don't want to do that because it's just not that good. It can't give me anything good. I mean, fly for 40 if I hit heads. If I hit tails, it's just a nothing, and I lost 2 basic energies instead of just the 1. So next turn, I'm just going to use my, you know, N for 6. Hope to find maybe a few more basic Pokemons, maybe even Ultra Balls, so I can get more cards with my Abyssal hand. There's 1 Ultra Ball for my opponent, so let's see what he can find with the Ultra Ball. Probably Hoopa EX. I wouldn't be surprised to see nothing less but the Hoopa. Maybe Hoopa is priced, so he discarded 1 Max Elixir and Lysander, of course, for the Hoopa EX. Right now, with the Hoopa, he can actually set up, and he can get himself up to 3 more EXs and expand his bench. So this game can actually go and be very interesting to watch. Okay, so still trying to see. It's a Mega Gardevoir deck, probably. But not sure if it's a Desperate Mega Gardevoir or if it's... Yep, it is. No, it's not. It's probably the Mega Gardevoir with that brilliant arrow, since there's a Giratina in play. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. There's 1 Double Dragon Energy and the Max Elixir, which is very nice. Let's see what he can get here. Okay, 1 energy to Gardevoir. Interesting. I definitely need to set up as fast as I can my Hypno, so I can use my Goodnight Babies. It's going to be very important to have Hypno in play. That is for sure. So 1 more Max Elixir. Oh, luckily for me, no energy. 3 Max Elixirs played. 1 was actually discarded, 2 was played. Yeah, he can use Geomancy. He can add up to 2 energies, probably 1 to Giratina and 1 more to his Gardevoir EX. And after that, I'm going to top deck, hopefully something like Ultra Ball. Well, that would be nice. Nope, just a Ranger. I guess it's time to play that M. Oh, okay. Last card was a nice card, which is a Ultra Ball. So I guess I can discard here Hypno and Basic Energy, so I can get myself Unfezant in play. More than that, I can have clear Abyssal hand for 4. near perfect Abyssal hand, I guess. Abyssal hand for 4. Okay, just another Super Ode. And this is gonna be, I guess, Feather Dance. Right now, I have opportunity to use Lysander and basically knock out my opponent Gardevoir EX on the bench. Mega Gardevoir is not gonna be able, but I can knock out somehow Gardevoir EX. No, there's Lysander on my artillery, of course. Okay. Nothing from my Feather Dance, I guess. He just put me on the bench, and I simply can't strike for 200 here, but I can retreat, and I can just try to go maybe with the 120 on his Gardevoir. Probably, to be honest, I'm going to do that. Probably I'm going to do that. I mean, I can even go for the Shaymin EX, but it's not worth. I simply need to try disable his main attacker here, which is a Gardevoir with 3 energies. He didn't use Geomancy, which is kind of interesting. So it's time for the retreat. I don't know. Maybe I can just go with my Feather Dance again, or maybe I can just go with my Sky Attack for 120. I mean, I'm definitely taking a huge risk here, but I simply need to do that. So my top deck is gonna be Special Charge. Still not time to use it. Come on, give me the heads. Sky Attack. Yes, 120. Okay, that's good. 120, it's good. It's better than Feather Dance, I guess, because right now, next turn, if I can find myself DC, I can just simply go for knockout with the heads. And then he's not going to be able to one-hit knock out my Unfezant, which is just good. On the other side, I would love to see maybe another Pido as a top deck, and maybe a couple XP shares before he managed to knock me out. Well, there's a Mega Gardevoir, and it's a Brilliant Arrow Mega Gardevoir, which says that he have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, 240 damage. He can almost knock me out twice with that Brilliant Arrow attack. So I definitely need to hit heads and get double Course Energy next turn with my another Unfezant. Of course, I don't even have... Oh, 3 Fairy Gardens are prized. Whoa, my goodness. 240, as expected. No XP shares, no nothing, so it's just time to put my Tranquil here and hope to find DC and, of course, Unfezant. So, well, that's nice, Olympia. Okay, I can recycle back a couple more cards before I actually play my Sycamore. And even that Abyssal hand. Okay. Taking a very, very big risk here, my friends. Not putting back basic energy. That's a very big risky play here. I definitely need XP share because I have so low amount of the energies that this is just not real. I mean, I simply need to hit heads here on the coin flip because the game is simply over for me, I guess. Well, it's near over, I guess. Oh my gosh. Okay, the moment of truth, moment of silence. Can I hit heads on the coin flip and basically surprise my opponent with my Sky Attack? No, I can't. Oh my goodness. The game is over, I guess. That was just a 50-50 chance to take 2 prize cards, a prize advantage, and also to prevent my opponent from being even able to came close to one-hit knockout against my Unfezant. Right now, all I can do is just try to set up somehow as fast as I can my Hypno in place, so I can at least try to prevent him from being able to attack for maybe like a turn if I can put him in a sleep mode. There is also Xerneas Break, who can strike for so many damage counters. And of course, this Brilliant Arrow is going to be for 300 damage. This is just easy knockout. And of course, my Pido will came in the active spot. I mean, still I can get Fly and prevent my opponent, from being able to attack me. But I need a couple cards to do that maneuver. So, of course, I'm gonna play my Chaos Tower here. Of course, I'm going to play my Auxiliary for 4. I mean, I have N, so I guess I can do something here with my N. Not sure if there is any way that he can retreat, so I can maybe buy a turn. Let's just go with the N. I mean, I could go with my Lysander, but, you know, I need a Tranquil, I need another Pedo, I need somehow to prevent my opponent from being able to attack me and catch her, or actually use that Lysander, so I need to hit heads again on the fly. I mean, this is just 50-50 chance, you know. It's a risky deck, like a poker play. Okay, so I managed to hit heads, so that's a 40 damage, and he can't attack me next turn, which is just ridiculous, because he needs Lysander for the knockout. And of course, he already played 2 V-Seekers and 1 Lysander is in his discard pile. He can of course always pay 2 retreat cost if he wants, but the good thing is that I have Hypno here, and the bad thing for my opponent is that 2 more Fairy Gardens are in his discard pile. Of course, he can't attack for this turn, he can maybe just use Chaos Wheel and prevent me from being able to play tools and stuff like that. Brilliant Arrow for 0. My top deck is a Hypno, which is just very nice top deck. It's a very nice top deck, and I'm going to use my Goodnight Babies here. Of course, I simply need to use my Goodnight Babies, and I need to hit somehow here my XP share. Oh, just another Floatstone. Okay, it's better than nothing, I guess. It's gonna be Sycamore for 7 all night long. I mean, I need those XP shares and basic energies. Oh my gosh, no basic energy, which means only one thing. I have XP share, but this is just not enough. It's just not enough. Of course I'm gonna play it, but I simply need to hit heads here on the coin flip. I can't, so all I can do is maybe just retreat and use Gust for 20. Or I can hope that he's not going to be able to wake up. So I can maybe next turn Lysander and knockout. No, he wakes up. Why he always needs to wake up? I should just go with my V-Seeker for Lysander and knock out his Giratina on the bench. Okay. No luck for me playing this deck. But this is just 50-50 chance, as I mentioned it. It's a 50-50 chance deck, so, you know, you simply can't expect too much from him. Again, if I can hit heads on the coin flip and get my Tranquil, I can knock out my opponent Mega Gardevoir, which is just gonna be so sick. Right now, check this out. I don't have another Unfezant, but I can use Goodnight Babies. And I can pull myself Giovanni's King here. And if I can hit heads on the coin flip, I can simply knock out his Mega Gardevoir with my Tranquil. And this is going to be so funny. Let's go for 20. Okay, I can still get myself a Beazle hand for a couple more cards, but, you know, nothing interesting. Oh, right now I managed to hit that basic energy. Come on, give me the heads. Yes! There we go, 60! Mega Gardevoir knocked out. What do I need here? I need a miracle, that's for sure. There's a Unfezant and another Tranquil. Do I have more Super Roads? Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. 2 evolution lines in my discard pile, which means that a couple more of them are actually prized. No, there's a Fairy Garden, but luckily I do have Chaos Tower. Of course, he just promoted his Xerneas break because he can go for the one-hit knockout. 4 prize cards for me, no freaking way I can pull 4 prize cards. I mean, if I was able to knock out his Mega Gardevoir earlier, probably I would able. If he didn't wake up with his Mega Gardevoir, well, then that's just gonna be a whole different story, but right now, I have just that Unfezant in my hand who can strike for 120. 140 with the Giovanni scheme, but Xerneas is 150, so it's still not even enough for the one-hit knockout. How many V-Seekers I have been played? 2 of them, so maybe top deck versus Seeker might not be that bad to actually Lysander his Hoop on the bench. Well, that might not be that bad option, I guess, as I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to put that XP share on my Drowsy. Of course, play my Chaos Tower. Attach one of my energies. And a Beazle hand for a couple cards. For two of them. I mean, V-Seeker for Lysander and maybe Knockout on Giratina. Or maybe not. I mean, I'm just not the lucky guy here. Good night, babies. Well, if I was able to strike that Giratina on the bench and knock it out, that would be just so devastating for my opponent. Right now, I'm just going to use my, Feather Dance. I mean, I can go for 120 and knock him out with my Focused Wish. But then he can just simply Chaos Wheel and win the game. Let's take the risk with the Feather Dance. Let's take the risk. Let's hope my opponent will not wake up. He always wakes up. This entire game he managed to wake up, so no luck for me, I guess. No luck for me. No Lysander for that Hoopa. Overall, I can't even deck him out because I only have 3 cards left. But okay, it was definitely a funny game. I mean, you can't expect too much from this deck because if there's actually a Victini, reprint version of the Victini, so you can reflip a coin. And if you get tails, you can flip again and maybe hit heads, so you can just try attack again. Well, that might be much, much better. But yeah, pretty much, you can't expect too much from this deck. I mean, it's interesting on a paper, but it's not that good in real life, as you can see right here. He have 8 cards. 8 cards, 3 more prize left. Well, I have just 3 cards, and I simply can't even deck him out, pulling that Lysander on his Hoopa. 180, of course, enough for the knockout. Well, I can at least put myself that, energy down to my Drowsy. It's just the energy. Okay, what can I do? Put my artillery in front and hug my opponent. I don't want to do that. I know that he have right now Stadium in play, so my best bet is to see what else I have left in my deck. Let's just see. The Mystery 2 cards, V-Seeker and Professor Sycamore. Okay, wish I get that much earlier, but I didn't. Well, this is just gonna be 1 Lysander. Can we pull 2 prize cards here? Nope, but maybe we can just... Maybe we can try. I mean, we can do that. I'm going to put my opponent Hoopa in a sleep mode. If he don't wakes up, maybe I can somehow, with my Focus Wish, draw out 2 more prize cards. This is going to be 60 because his weakness. And of course, he managed to wakes up again. He managed to wakes up again. So I will not even have another attacker. Well, I did my best. I did my best, but simply this deck is not that good as it should be. So there is 1 Fairy Energy, of course. He can right now use advantage of the Fairy Garden, have the free retreat, use that live stream for 200, 1 hit knock on my Drowsy, which means that I only have 1 more turn left. And I'm going to put my Hypno in front. So what should I do? What should I do? I should play my V-Seeker and I should simply Lysander my opponent, shaming on the bench, and draft that last card with my Abyssal hand. So I'm not going to let my opponent take a last prize card here. Let's just go with the good night, babies. Let's see if he can wake up. If he can't wake up, he will not win by taking all prize cards here. But let's see. Oh, yep. He managed to wake up again, so the game is over. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. I did my best, but unfortunately, well, even I somehow can build a deck that will not be top competitive, and it will not be winning deck. So yeah, unfortunately lost this game, but it was definitely definitely interesting to watch it. Once again, guys, this is the deck list that I used today to play in this video, and unfortunately, it was not a winning deck. I mean, Unfezant, good card on a paper, as I mentioned it, but in real life, it's not just that good. I mean, you need to flip a coin, with the sky attack, you need to flip a coin with the fly, you need to flip a coin in case you are asleep with the goodnight babies, so you just have 50-50 chance to do something good here, and if you get luck on the coin flip, you can simply win. If you don't get luck on the coin flip, and your opponent take advantage getting heads on the coin flip, you're just going to lose the game. So unfortunately, I just show you one more good idea you can actually build, but you should definitely try and have fun with it. It's just for the fun, I guess, and it's also cheap, so you can build it almost for free, especially in TCG Online. Once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. If you have any questions, as usual, don't forget to leave comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.